Afternoon everybody. Today's dish we're going to demonstrate is a pot roasted breast of lamb. Some people call it belly of lamb, I call it breast. And it's with Dauphinoise potatoes and a lovely red wine jus. So I'm going to go through the ingredients with you, and there's quite a little bit more than usual. But we're going to start off with these raw ingredients. So I've got a breast of lamb here, and most importantly it's got the bones in. Part of the criteria is that we have to remove the bones. We also have to incorporate some offal into the dish, and this week we've got some kidney, so this is a lamb's kidney in here. We're also going to make a stuffing with that lamb's kidney, and for that I've got some sausage meat, and in there I'm going to put some rosemary, and I've got some Dauphinoise of carrot as well, just to give it a little bit of colour, and we're also going to put some garlic into it as well. So I've just got 1 clove of garlic. I've also got on this tray as well some milk. Okay, so for those people that don't know, the lamb's kidney, obviously it filters out the impurities in the urine, and they tend to smell and taste a little bit of that. So we put it in the milk and soak it in the milk for as long as we possibly can to try and take away that urine smell, and we obviously don't want the flavour either. Okay, moving over to the next tray. This is the ingredients that we're going to pot roast the lamb with. So it's basically just a mirepoix, so some carrot, onion, leek, celery, a few herbs as well, bay leaves, rosemary, thyme. And we've got a little bit of stock as well, because when we pot roast, we have some stock within the roasting tray or the pan or whatever we're pot roasting in. Then some ingredients for the jus. So I've already mentioned stock. We will have a chicken stock ready for our use on the day of our exam or assessment. And in the jus I'm going to put some peas, some tomato concasse, a little bit of rosemary and some red wine. And then with the dish as well, we have to accompany it with a potato dish, and the potato dish has to be a hand sliced potato dish. So I've chosen a Dauphinoise potato. So we're going to need a large potato, some cream, probably about 250 mils, something like that, a couple of cloves of garlic and some rosemary, and they're going to be the potato ingredient that we're using. So for level 2s, this is going to be the last dish that I demonstrate for our final assessment, and as I said, it has to be a pot roasted dish and it has to include offal. So the first job that you will do once you've gathered all your mise en place is to prepare these lamb's kidneys. And as I said before, they need to be soaked in milk. So the first thing we do for preparation is to take off this really thin film on the outside. If we leave it on, they'll end up slightly tough, and that piece, as you can see, it won't be very easy to digest at all. So we just peel it off quite simply, and it just comes off in almost one piece if you're lucky. That goes into the waste bowl, obviously. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this in half, and then you'll notice that inside there's some fatty membrane that needs to be removed. Okay, so you can see the inside there, and this white part, that's inedible as well. So I'm going to remove that because it needs to come out, obviously. We don't want to be trying to digest that. Yeah, so there's a little bit more there. And then we do exactly the same thing with this half as well. Just taking that little piece of membrane out. Might be easier to just get your knife underneath it. There's a couple of ways of doing it. As long as it comes out, we don't mind. And then once you've got it out, or most of it out, as much as you can. Then we're going to pop this into the milk that I mentioned earlier on, and that milk's just going to help to draw out that flavour, as I said, and the sort of smell and taste of urine, or you know, that sort of not very nice really. So that's going to just draw out that flavour and make them taste a little bit sweeter.